I don't think it's an exit wound.
What hit you in the head? What was it that hit you in the head? Well, let's get off of this topic. Go back to you. Like, what hit you in the head?
He thinks that I think it's from 4 o'clock. It's an exit wound. He thinks it's not an exit wound.
4 o'clock. The fucking guy was at 11 o'clock.
That's because we keep insisting that it's Tyler Robinson when we're telling you we don't believe that.
Anyways, I knew this was a bad topic to bring up with you guys because Down syndrome's real, and you guys, if you got Down syndrome, you do realize you don't know you have Down syndrome because Down syndrome is so bad that you can't possibly cognitively understand what the fuck you got.
I don't see why it's so hard for someone to say, you know what, I think something else might be going on here, and it is worthy of an investigation. That's all.
Oh, well, the text messages, that came out, like that's.
Oh, you're talking about the fake? You're talking about the hardcore fake text messages?
You think those are fake?
The one where he's admitting to the crime, he's admitting to the murder weapon, he's saying where he stashed the murder weapon, he's giving his motive,
and he's also debunking all other possible alternatives, like even mentioning Jordan as a crazy guy when you're literally the crazy guy who took a shot. Like, bro. Sorry, go on now.
Imagine like one single text, like that's the, oh my god.
Well, you're going a million miles. You're going a million miles per second here. I just find it to be very interesting how not the whole thing was released conveniently, and the only things they released somehow so conveniently tries to dispute all alternative hypotheses. Okay, I'm sorry, bro. I don't believe it.
One thing that I would like to ask him instead of this, I know you think he's a horrible lawyer. But I'm curious. I've seen other people say that, like, if that text message is real, like, just from, like, a prosecutorial standpoint, like, you wouldn't release it. Like, there's no point in releasing it. And that it can actually hurt you, like, in a trial standpoint. I don't understand why that's the case. I'm not privy to that type of shit, but yeah, I mean, it's a confession of the murder weapon, the motive, the location of the murder weapon. Child.
The gun was always there. The gun was never on the roof. There was no gun on the roof ever.
Yeah, I mostly agree with that. There's no way you could have disassembled a gun in like 12 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And then why would you reassemble it somehow to put it inside your leg? And that's why you're limping. But he wasn't limping when he was running on the roof, and he had no gun, so the gun must be in his bag, allegedly. But then he reassembled it somehow and had it in his foot. And then somehow he just left it in the woods. I think Tyler Robinson is involved. I don't think he's a shooter. I think he's involved in terms of putting the gun in the woods.
I think it's very possible that.
And then going to Dairy Queen. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Do you believe that shit?
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with Mangione, right?
Bro.
Well, did you see that one murder? Did you see that one murder? That one guy that went to Costco, like after he committed the murder, they wouldn't let him into Costco. He didn't have his card. It was like he was trying to create an alibi or something. This F word who murdered a bunch of people.
Yeah, but there's multiple decoys. So now you're entering the other idea, which is Israel.
Israel.
There's a lot of decoys being used. So, like, okay, let's say it is Tyler Robinson. The minimum we can say is that it's not a one-guy thing. I've never seen a single lone wolf have that many decoys. I just didn't see. And by the way, did you guys know that George Zinn apparently spoke to the Hernandez, telling them that he was paid to do this, and that's why he did it?
George Zinn? Who's that? Oh, yeah.
That's the Ashkenazi Jew who was used as a decoy.
The Ashkenazi Jew.
Yeah, he's an Ashkenazi Jew. I think that's an interesting fact.
What is an Ashkenazi?
Well, he's an Ashkenazi Jew who was screaming, "It's me, it's me," and used as a decoy when he's super old and has nothing to do with that thing. Why was he there? That's the same Ashkenazi Jew who was the first one to call 9/11 Al Qaeda in an interview. That's the same Jew who was also involved as a decoy during the 2013 Boston Marathon. I mean, George Zinn is someone that should be investigated. How did you know about this thing? Why are you there? And why are you telling the nurses that you did it because you're paid? And by the way, they caught him with child. Obviously. Is he being blackmailed, or is that a way for them to just take him out without you ever being interviewing him, or like what is going on here? These are questions. I don't think they're far-fetched. I think it's a simple question. And it deserves a simple answer. That's all. But just get two things wrong.
I don't think it was the Israelis. I think it was the Jordanians. I know you guys don't see the connection, but I have been tracking King Abdullah and his son and his stupid wife, that Palestinian cunt, Rania. Well, see, what you don't understand is that George Zinn has been secretly working for King Abdullah for the past 20 years, creating false flags. It's actually the King of Jordan that is behind all of these conspiracies. And as such, I think the U.S. military should fly into Amman, take over the city, invade the capital, take over the castle, dethrone, depose King Abdullah, and take over the Jordanian countryside and give it to the Palestinians so they can create their state. It's not dumb. It's my theory, and I'm thinking there's too many coincidences that connect the King of Jordan to all of these assassinations, including the JFK assassination.
Was Jordan in the state?
Even 9/11 and COVID-19, it's all links back to the King of Jordan.
But you want to equate all these things, which I get. You're just going to have a very hard time. There's a reason why more than a million people actually are saying it's Israel. Because the head of security is also a Jew. Well, there's at least 5 drones. Why didn't these drones see the shooter on the roof? What did these drones show? Why can't we see these videos? Why is it that the FBI actually they have videos of that same spot where the shooter took a shot, but the video they're releasing isn't about that specific location. It's afterwards when he was running on the roof. Why don't you show us when he took the damn shot? Like, these are simple questions. You can deflect and say, oh, it's the Egyptians. I'm sorry. All indicators point to one direction. That's why Muslims believe it's Israel. Most people who have any alternative, they see it's Israel, and there's a lot of connections there. You can deny it. That's totally fine. What about the releases that Candace Owens gave? The Telegram releases. And and you can conveniently say Candace Owens is crazy. I don't agree. Okay, fine, but they admitted. They admitted that these texts are real and that he is not pro-Israel and that Netanyahu lied about it and that he is being bullied and threatened by Bill Ackman and that he, by the way, said, I think they're going to kill me 2 days before they killed him. Like, you can keep ignoring it, fine, but you're just not going to have a good time.
Oh, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm getting ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're asking how we can possibly believe that, and I'm telling you how possibly one could believe that.
I mean, I'm serious. If Israel had nothing to do with it, I just don't get why BB would come out and say like half a dozen times that it's nothing. It's like a very odd thing to do.
You know what else is odd? That for many, many years now, people have been using this app called Clubhouse to base. Well, I was reading about hypnosis, and it was talking about conversational hypnosis, and it turns out that Clubhouse is ingenious because it's just a fucking conference call, but people hypnotize each other by talking to each other, by pulling, mushrooms out of their asshole. And they say, check out this mushroom. It just came out of my asshole. And everybody's like, that mushroom is a beautiful mushroom, and I can't believe it came out of your asshole. And then they just keep talking back and forth about the mushroom assholes. And then nobody gets anywhere. They waste all their time. They don't create anything. And, I've been listening. I've been live streaming. And it's a total waste of time, motherfucker. Total waste of time.
Well, wouldn't you be the most hypnotized if this is the hypnosis app, seeing how you're constantly streaming 15 rooms at a time?
See, you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, do you?
No, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Unless you got clipped recently.
Well, what I'm saying is I have been reading so much poetry over the past 2 weeks that I have really... I mean, I'm only talking to you two guys because I like you two guys, but there are so many people on this app that if you just listen for 3 seconds, you know that song or that game show, Name That Tune?
No.
You don't know Name That Tune, where you listen to a song and then whoever can identify the song fastest and they hit the buzzer and they say the correct name, like they win.
But I don't know it, but I don't see how it relates because they all play the same tune, bro.
Well, see, this is the thing. Is everybody here is constantly repeating themselves. Like nobody ever changes their position. Nobody ever has any new insight because everybody here is lazy beyond belief. And, it's fully automated laziness. And it's at scale.
That's not true. I've seen some people change their stances.
I'm not talking about political opinions. I'm talking about wisdom, knowledge, intelligence, higher levels of intelligence.
No one talks about that to begin with.
I talk about it.
No, you don't.
Well, you'd have to look at my YouTube channel because that's where I do my work. I record books.
Well, it's hard when you got like 4,000 videos to choose from.
It's interesting that you say that because he reads books, but when today I asked if we could do a literary analysis,
I told you I have a rule.
And break down, and he said no, we can't. So he actually doesn't think he doesn't.
No. Listen, F word, I hate to break the news to you, F word. Listen, I went deep undercover in the psychiatric chair. Like, I was like, you know what?
I'm gonna go cheese up your ass.
I was like, you know what? They want me to go to Afghanistan to go fight Mujahideen. I'm like, I'm just going to go to the psychiatrist and go deep undercover because these DEI hires are going to get me killed.
That is actually literally what goes on in the mind of every soldier, I hope.
I identify.
How's your time? I know you're a military man, bro, and I know, I don't want to disrespect you or anything, but how many, generally, I'm actually interested, how many of the military men do you think are retarded? Like, what's the share?
It's actually not very high. Like, I know a lot of good soldiers, but it's just these DEI hires that bring the whole thing down because. So
you're saying military men are retarded in general?
No, not a lot of the guys I knew. They were legitimate, intelligent, and they weren't gonna, they didn't want to die for nothing. Like, what was the whole point? Like, everybody knows 9/11 was faked. Like, 2 planes can't bring down 3 skyscrapers. It's like we can pretend we live in this fake reality that everybody knows is fake, but
What about the terrorism terrorism insurance on the building right before it happened, or not?
No, that's look, that one. It's a weak point because it's all the buildings in that area are required. I think all the like any skyscraper in general is required to have terrorism insurance.
That's what I was wondering.
No, I hear what you're saying, but if it's a requirement that's always existed and they like renewed their terrorism insurance plan, it's like it kind of defeats the point of what you're trying to illustrate. I've looked into it.
It's like a Hollywood movie, though. The whole thing is, you know what? And maybe that's why people blame the Jews, because it is like a Hollywood movie. Well, what do you think about that, candidate? Do you think people blame the Jews because it looks like a Hollywood movie?
Well, everybody blamed the Saudis. The Saudis took the fall, but why didn't the Saudis ever come out and say, "Hey, you guys are blaming the wrong people"?
No, the Saudis didn't take the fall. No, they didn't.
They did. Everybody in America thinks it was the Saudis.
No, that's because the terrorists are Saudi.
What the fuck? Why the fuck do you think people don't think it's this? Everybody's like, it was a bunch of Saudi cocksuckers who trained at our fucking our airplane training facilities.
Let's be very clear.
Don't you N-word me, you fucking Jordanian shawarma motherfucker.
So nobody thinks it was the Saudi government.
No, not the government. They think it was Saudi terrorists connected to Bin Laden. Regardless, it's fucking Saudis.
They are Saudi terrorists, yes.
But they didn't detonate World Trade Center 7, so who did?
Correct. So it's I don't think it's just Al-Qaeda was used, but they weren't the only player. But they were used. Yes, I agree.
So you tell me I'm on a top secret military facility base back in 2006, and some black bitch is screaming at me, "Run, soldier! Fucking run, motherfucker, run!" And I'm like, bitch, do you think that I have any faith or confidence in you that what we're doing is actually, accurate or on it? We're in intelligence, and you're a stupid bitch on a fucking golf cart screaming at me on the side of a fucking mountain. You think I want to go fight for you, bitch? Fuck no.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be. But if you're intelligent, you're not gonna be. You're not gonna go. You're not a combat soldier.
Yeah, I know.
You know what the craziest thing is? After I went to the psychiatrist, like a couple of days later, the female officer shows up at my door and she's like, "Are you okay?" And little did I realize she wanted to fuck. That's how stupid I was.
Did you fire her?
No, but I should have. She was pretty hot.
Well, how did you know she wanted to fight?
Because prior to that, like a week or so earlier, I wrote her an email and I said, "Love, John," and she wrote back, "Love." But I didn't realize she wanted to bang. But I was just like, "Oh no, I'm fine. Have a good day. Take care. Bye bye."
Do you regret that?
No regrets. Who cares? I'm alive. That bitch is dead.
Oh, is she really?
You all said this thing.
I think it's a shit matter.
It's awful.
Goes like that. Wish to have something. Well, I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm going to be. But then you keep trying to take my life away.
Can you imagine, like, the U.S. government? Actually, 9/11 was the Smoot-Hardley Act or whatever it is, where they literally propagandized us. And I mean, can you imagine, like, okay, everybody, we're gonna fly into Baghdad, we're gonna fly into Kabul, and if anybody resists, you're gonna kill them. And so it's like, how do you convince hundreds of thousands of Americans to get in airplanes and boats and fly halfway around the world to take over cities? Well, you gotta fucking you have to scare them so much and put such horrible imagery like 9/11 that they're willing to go over there and just fuck everything up. But then why do you think all these veterans kill themselves? Because they realized you know, they came back home and they're like, oh, it was all a lie. They're like, I feel terrible.
Do you agree? I mean, that everyone else sees it seemingly, but I'm not sure if the veterans see it, bro.
No.
What about Brad?
Brad had the hardest time accepting it. But it's understandable why they would have the hardest time accepting it. I mean, they literally fought alongside their friends who got killed. Overall, like, it's probably easier for them to just not accept it and think their friends. Like, I understand why they reject it.
No, they
I have
implode.
a hard time accepting that you
Really? I think they should be the most anti-war, bro.
They should be, but there's no such thing as an anti-war movement in America. It just doesn't exist.
No.
Well, thanks to APAC.
And if it did exist, then we had 9/11 that shit.
It was 9/11, yeah.
Canada, I have a serious question. Do you think today, with all the hypnotizing going and hypnotism, do you think they could pull off another 9/11? Do you think the ability to transfer information is?
Well, I think people will be disbelieved at big time, bro. I don't think they're going to be able to do it easily. I think no, I don't want. No, I'll take it back. Go ahead.
My sense is they would be able to. I think the flow of information being able to flow so easily actually can work to their advantage.
Yeah, but would you believe it? Would you go?
I personally wouldn't, but like, I'm also I'm very biased. Like, there's something they could put out there that would be true that I might actually not believe.
This is what I want to know. What will it take for you to enlist in the military and stuff?
Oh, I don't know. I'm very monkey brain with dude. If there was a 9/11, I might, even though I know that I don't know. I might.
See, 9/11 is still now. Trump goes to Shanksville, where a fucking rocket hit the side of the earth. Like, so 9/11 is still an ongoing conspiracy to conceal, and even on YouTube, you can't discuss it. It is considered like Pizzagate, where if you claim that adrenochrome and the murdering of children by Democrat elites is a real thing, like you are a schizophrenic, psychotic, bipolar, neurotic, evil person spreading misinformation and lies. But the truth is 9/11 was totally faked, and people, you can't talk about it or discuss it, but it's just right there, right in the open. It's the.
To me, I feel like it's open, no? I feel like saying I think 9/11 was an inside job isn't the end of the world, no? So is it like very frowned upon?
No, that's considered a schizophrenic mental illness.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
So you're telling me that I'm not crazy? You're telling me I'm not schizophrenic?
People are dug in 10 toes deep on both sides. You're not going
10 toes deep! Oh, I remember when fucking F words on this app used to say that all the time. Stand 10 toes deep in the earth, in the soil with the truth.
No, the earth.
Okay, so I still didn't get what I wanted. Like,
no, it's not. It's a little taboo, but it's nothing like talking about Jewish conspiracy.
Okay, but someone says, I believe, for example, the moon landing is fake. I believe the moon landing is fake, for example.
You don't think that they flew a fucking car up there? You don't think that they flew that car up there and drove that car around and played golf and then flew back that afternoon?
To what extent? I think we landed on the moon, but I think the footage is fake. Yeah.
You know what is not?
No. I think we landed on the moon, but not with humans. We landed on the moon with machinery.
You mean all those videos were faked?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the videos are, the videos are faked. But like, there's a good reason to fake them, even if we actually did make it.
See, this is why actually America is so incredible, because we are the ultimate distributors of propaganda and creators of propaganda, and and we are literally arguing about that propaganda right now. And so What I'm trying to say is that no one lies like we do. And if you read that Sun Tzu, Art of War, all war is based on deception. So you have to admit that America is the best liar and propagator of lies on the whole planet. No one creates or distributes lies like us. We're the best.
I would agree with that. I can agree with that.
So you have to respect the game. And, you know, it's easy to be cynical or negative or pessimistic, hypercritical.
The Americans have the best soft power. Like, who doesn't know that? Like, you're not reinventing the wheel here. Everyone knows that Americans have the best soft power.
Is that soft power, though? That's real power. That's hard power. That's condensed power. That's compression power.
The Americans have hard power also, but like in terms of soft power, they have the best. It's unmatched.
I heard it was actually Alex Prager, you know, from PragerU that carried out the final shot from his, you know, do you know Prager is like completely paralyzed now?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a quadriplegic now.
Well, I can't say I care enough, but
see, people's attention span for you know, conspiracy theories that completely unravel reality, the attention span even on that is like 3 seconds. People just move right along. They don't care. No one will ever stop what they're doing. No one will ever question authority, and no one will ever think for themselves. Ever.
I guess the question is, why would I care much about Prager? You know?
I'm making a joke,
Why would
but what I'm trying to say is people don't care how bad things are or how deceptive things are. Everybody is literally just like a rat with a dopamine problem, and that's the general human. So, you know, no one will ever be arrested. You know, the Pam Bondi will never ever arrest anyone of any significance, because even Pam Bondi is like sweat. You see, this is the funniest thing is all these people, Kash Patel, Trump, Dan Bongino, everybody is sitting there looking at X. And they're looking at General Flynn write these messages about arrest Obama now, arrest Comey now, charge them now, like, you know, we have to defeat this deep state. But nothing's actually happening. People are literally just creating content about what should be happening, and that's all that will ever happen. It's just content. So it's the same thing as 9/11, the moon landing, etc., but just real time on X. And it's just hypnotizing people into doing nothing.
That's right.
Everybody has amnesia. You know, Abuela thinks he's gay. There's no such thing as gay. It's just happy.
The problem, I suppose, is I'm just not sure what's wrong with not doing anything. I mean, don't you think that the best type of world would be where you don't have to do anything?
Yes, that's considered full automation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the state that we're in. And thus why we're sitting here wasting our seeds, which is our breath. Or they like to say in the community lifestyle, breath.
So I'm thinking, so then I want to take it to, so that, see, now you're starting to sound like a Republican. So now wouldn't you say that cuckoldry is a form of automation?
Well, I have limited experiences with cuckoldry.
But it is a form of automation, wouldn't you agree?
Well, the girl that I met, she said all her friends hate her because she only married him for the money. And she's like, it's true, but we're still best friends. But he's an F word. So the whole thing really deals with intelligence, meaning that those who engage in cuckoldry have a very low IQ. It's just life, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you have a library, you are in the top 1%. Because even some of the richest F words, like Peter Thiel, who's, you know, goes on these schizophrenic antichrist rants about Greta Thunberg and Candace Owens, you know, show me your library and I'll show you your real wealth. Because you do realize that even in bankruptcy, they make you liquidate the books that you have. They don't want you holding on to any information. You have to, a fresh start it means that you are stupid again, that you are going back to face the banking cartels and the debt industrial complex with no books. You have to start over again completely. We don't just live. The whole thing is a banking industrial complex. Like, it's basically a debt industrial complex. That's what the whole world runs on: debt and death, debt and death, debt and death. COVID-19 is 100% the depopulation protocols and agenda of this groupthink that's happening with Bill Gates and others. But what is the only continent that is actually birthing children? This is the liberal mindset, where literally they want to kill all white people and let Africa.
Hold on a second. What's wrong with that?
Well,
when
that.
When you say that, I just feel like you're coming from a perspective where there's what's wrong with that?
I'm just saying that that is the cuckoldry that you are actually talking about. That's the true cuckoldry.
I'm talking about actual cuckoldry. Because I noticed that among the conservatives, I'm just wondering because they do seem to have more of an automation principle. I'm just wondering what you think about that, since you said it is a form of automation. So does that then mean that cuckoldry is good?
Well, see, with the massive explosion of Africans,
what I'm trying to say is you don't have to fuck your woman because some other guy does it, and therefore she gets fucked. And it boils down to this: do you think that all automation should be accepted?
Is that a you problem, though? Because I'm telling you that Black people will be the final survivors. Like, white people are going to go extinct. Bill Gates.
Usually the bull is black, bro.
The gene therapy injections known as COVID-19 vaccines have fully sterilized the entire Western world. Black people will be all that there is. Africans, not just Black Americans. I'm talking Africans. They can and will repopulate the planet. That's it. That's all that's left. They're going to look back on the mRNA technology and say that this government at this time, in this era, in this epoch of white civilization on America, was the high point of technological development. But in the end, it was the African that was all that was left, because they couldn't penetrate deep enough. They couldn't even afford to borrow and spend enough to vax the entire African continent. And why would they want to? They glorify and worship, densely melanated individuals. So I'm just saying that the final synopsis is that it's just a personal question. Was it worth it?
Was it worth it?
That's all you can say. After all the debates, after all the analysis, it's the final question. Was it worth it? It's a you question. Like, was it all worth it? I think it was, for me personally, because if I was dead and I died in some aqueduct or like some ditch in Afghanistan, and some bitch from south side of Chicago is like, "Get up that hill, soldier. Run, motherfucker, run. I don't care if they're shooting at you. I need you to get to that position, soldier, and provide flanking cover now." And then I was dead, and then I was, maybe somehow, like some alternative reality, I was able to do like a post-action death analysis and be like, was it worth it? Nah, dog. It was not worth it. How many people do you think that have been like stuck by some bitch stabbed them to death, and then as they're bleeding out, they're like, was it worth it? They're like, nah, man. I mean, I see these videos on like all the there's just so many murder videos. You see all these death fighting videos all the time. And a lot of these people who survived, they watch the video of themselves almost being killed, and they ask themselves, was it worth it? They go, some of these people might say, yeah, man, I got 13 million views on that video. It was worth it. Life is cruel, and it's very short. I'm telling you, if you don't have intelligence, the whole experience is worthless. Everybody should take the LSAT and figure out what their score is.
Yeah.
mean, Abuela, like, you know, your jaw.
Yeah, but the LSAT, how is the LSAT the measure of the English is abnormal?
My mom.
So, like,
I was gonna ask you about your jaw being dishinged. Like, Abuela, I mean, you know.
What makes you say that?
Oh, was it you that was? Yeah, it was you, Abuela. Anyways, Abuela, what if you look back on your life? You know, like, can you answer that question? Was it worth it?
No, it wasn't.
So you would do your life over again, but you would do it differently?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you know, who do you blame most?
Me?
Damn, I would have to going to eat now. I'm trying to meet up with this really hot chick off of Snapchat.
Sounds like an escort.
Oh, you see, you're smart. You know what? You're smart because I don't even think about that shit. Like, I'm so stupid. I'm like, I always forget that there are these things called like women, and basically they're prostitutes, and I always forget that because I'm always like, you know, hoping for the best, but I always forget that that women are actually just generally prostitutes.
Well, I mean, if you're meeting someone, that's, I mean, I don't. Sounds like an escort dog.
Do you talk to people on Snapchat, Abuela?
No.
So wait, you blame yourself, but how can you blame yourself? Like, what do you have to blame yourself over? Like, what did you do to essentially,
I skipped school all senior year.
What, you just did drugs?
I got high in college.
That'll do.
Do you think you were conditioned into being an F word?
I wish I were more conditioned more. That way I could make money off of it because I still don't want to put my asshole on the internet. And I still don't want to have a sugar daddy. So
See,
I wish I would have gone a little further. So at least I could eat good food.
I mean,
nice clothes and,
can you drink a book through your butthole? No, you got to read a book.
Child.
You know, you can't just ingest the information from a book through your tuchus. You have to open it and read it.
We could try. We could find out what happens.
Oh, I forgot this is in book club. My bad. I thought I was in my house book club where we read books to each other.
It's called roofing. And I suggested doing a book club, but you didn't want to.
Well, I only have one rule in my book club. Does anybody here know who Marie Tamara is?
No.
She's this insanely hot brunette on Snapchat who's like 7 foot tall. I don't know, man. There's no way to fix this problem. It's irrevocably broken. That's why I know I can't negotiate my way out of this, and anything I say or do will just be held against me in a court of law. So the best thing to do is not to participate in any courts or have any discussions with any law enforcement. That's the intelligent way to proceed. But I just hope and pray that you all join my book club so we can at least have a fighting chance. Because if we don't...
You want to see a falcon steal some black lady's weave?
Yeah. Amazing.
Fucking hell.
So we're living in a fertility catastrophe. and I have independently performed many experiments in hot beefy juice injections, and I can assert and claim that the news reports of infertility are correct. I am running for the 16th district in Illinois as a carpetbagger. Some people think carpetbagger means a guy who moves in with a bag full of carpets to try to sell you some low quality merchandise. But a carpetbagger is a guy who could eat a peach all day, if you know what I'm saying.
Nice. Yeah, but you are not a carpetbagger.
Oh, I am. I bagged a carpet last night.
Chicago?
I bagged a carpet last weekend. I'm
Are
telling
from
you,
Chicago?
it's amazing. When it starts getting cold, the girls in Hinge.
Where are you from? Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice. Where are you from?
Oh, I was born inside Uranus. I'm an interstellar being.
Oh, really? You want to go back home?
I was gestated in a laboratory inside Uranus. This is some good comedy here. This is comedy gold. Gold, Jerry, gold.
You should come home.
So, Lou, what happened to you? I mean, I know you're not an F word, but like, how did you end up with Down syndrome?
I think it was the Tylenol.
You're linking your brain rot to your mother's ingestion of Tylenol or your usage of Tylenol?
My mother's.
I saw some video of this pregnant woman on TikTok who
Well,
smashed.
we talked about it extensively, and he can't tell you what he doesn't know when he fell into this trap. He discovered it later on, so he can't tell you how he came up with it, how he came down with it. Let's say.
I saw some Democrats snorting Tylenol. They crushed up Tylenol and were snorting it. I was like, damn, that's intense. I didn't know you could snort Tylenol.
You can snort any pill.
Why would you do that?
They were protesting.
Why do you snort cocaine?
They were protesting
snort cocaine?
Robert F. Kennedy. They hate Kennedy so much. They're like, we're going to snort some Tylenol on TikTok to prove to you that it's safe.
Why do you snort cocaine? Why don't you take cocaine with pills?
Why don't you just do anal? Why don't you just do anal insertion with your powders?
Why don't you do that?
A nice, mellow benzo. That is what.
There's so many
You
fake.
can put that in your butt. You can put it in your vagina. You can swallow it. You can snort it. You can do a lot of things with it.
You know what you can't do? Can you? Well, how much longer do you think you're going to live, Ryan?
Me? Oh, about 900 more years.
Oh, shut up.
Interesting. 900 years? What is that in like dog years? Like 3 years or something?
2,700 years.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What if the whole story about Adam and Eve isn't real and women are actually responsible for all the terrible things that have ever happened throughout human history and men are actually working for women? It's not a patriarchal world. It's a matriarchal world, and all this fake news and brainwashing and conditioning about how men are responsible for human history is a total and complete lie, and that it's actually women who are responsible for everything that's ever gone wrong in human history.
I doubt it.
Well, the fact that you doubt it makes me think it's most likely true. I mean, you are a man. You're a man, right? Who enjoys putting his penis in
I don't work
buttholes.
for any women. What do you mean? Actually, you know what? I prefer to work for women. I will tell you that much.
What is that? Well, see, I realized that any man who takes the advice of an F word is not a real man. Now,
Whatever.
well, now hear me out. If you are a man and you actually think that an F word whispering in your ear is like accurate, you are super low IQ. You're lower IQ than that F word whispering in your ear. I'm just saying that if you're a real man, you have to make that conscious decision. Am I going to listen to an F word and take the advice of an F word? Or am I going to listen to my soul, my inner consciousness, myself, and go with my own advice and my own opinion? It's just obvious. You know, every man has to make that choice. And so I hate to break the bad news to you, Abuela, but your entire existence, completely and utterly.
Why does it take you that long to just call him a nigger? Why can't you just say it?
Are you a real man?
Why don't you just say? I mean, it's literally taking you 10 minutes to just tell the guy that he's a nigger.
Abuela, listen, I'm just making fun of you because this is a roast app, and you're the lowest. You're the lowest hanging fruit. You're just the easiest person to make fun of because you're the weakest. Now, it doesn't make me weak. It makes me mean, maybe. And I've realized that for the sake of comedy, I thank you for letting me roast you.
Stop. Keep going.
All right.
He wants to roast you.
Well, I do have a rainbow ice cream franchise concept I'd like to pitch you. Starting investments.
I don't like ice cream.
You don't like rainbow flavored ice cream?
What? How do you not like ice cream? What's wrong with you?
There's a famous ice cream place here in Chicago that does this rainbow.
It makes me fart, which actually I've been thinking about selling my farts.
Have you ever farted and it smelled so bad, you actually had like a nausea reflex, you know?
No, but have you ever farted and it smelled so bad, but it also smelled good?
Like sweet, pungent kind of smell?
It's like, wow, okay.
Have you ever sucked a dick where the smegma tasted so bad and that the cum was like so rancid that you puked or gagged as you took a load?
What is
smegma? Smegma is a bacterial buildup in the foreskin of the penis, which is generated from lack of hygiene. It's actually a bacterial growth on the tip of the penis that smells and emits an odor. And if you rub your hands and you smell it, it's like horrible, noxious, pungent.
It's disgusting.
That happens more to those who aren't circumcised, right?
Right.
Who are or aren't?
Are not.
Well, you know, Jewish autism has been linked to Tylenol usage after the circumcision. And I'm just wondering, do you think Moyles have, created like a multi-billion-dollar investment fund because of all the circumcisions and all the Tylenol usage? Like, is Tylenol responsible for most of the brain rot on Clown House?
I don't believe this whole, bro. I think
you are the number one.
I'm scared of the concept, that's why.
Well, we've confirmed there's no such thing as gay. That's a concept like an ego. Gay and ego are synonymous.
Exactly.
There's no such thing as ego. There's no such thing as gay. You can't touch it. You can't taste it. It's never been felt.
How can you be so against something that is not even?
Has a gay person ever farted after anal sex? No, because there's no such thing as gay. Duh. Ooh, Bruce, you pulled out too soon. What do you call a queef from a butthole after an anal insertion?
Fart. Oh no, it's not a fart. It is queefing. It's anal queefing, I think.
Anal queefing? Oh.
I think so. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be.
Boofing?
It's supposed to be a fart because the queef is literally a fart from the vagina. So it's supposed to be a fart.
Yeah. Well, this is the adult hour here on the Campaign to Elect Candidate Congressman Kitover. I am a comedian. I hope you think this is funny and not, controversial. Because a congressman can be more than one thing at the same time. I can be a comedian. I can be a filmmaker. I can be an artist. I can be a supermodel. I mean, I can be porn. And everybody's just upset with me because I'm a supermodel. Well, this is my comedy hour. I'm getting ready to go out for the night, so this is me doing my last comedy bit.
Not cadence, but your tempo is way too quick. You just need to.
You keep saying the same thing, Abuela.
But just not, he means it well. It's just not to relax.
I was telling you, you're gonna make people feel uncomfortable.
That's the point, and that's why we have a hard out in 9 minutes. You know what a hard out is. Listen, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't pimp you out if you were in Chicago, because I know a guy who's got some money who's gay. Like, I would definitely, I would be like, I'd be like,
stop teasing me.
I'd be like, bro, I got a new twink for you, but it's going to cost you $20 for the introduction. That's how I would do the deal.
Which is not much once you think about it. If you do the math, if you run the numbers, it's not that bad.
What is the math there? I don't understand.
But it doesn't matter. I let them. Chicago, tell them. I don't think they get it.
I don't know. All I know is if I disappeared tomorrow, I've got over 30,000 YouTube videos
You know the song "If I Die Tomorrow" by Motley Crue?
Yeah.
Amazing. Sing it for us.
If I were to disappear tomorrow, and then I were to come back and put on Clubhouse, it'd be the same fucking people saying the same shit, even if I were to die in some alternative reality. So I have a shawarma franchise with Rainbow Ice Cream I'd like to pitch you. Starting investment starts at $5,000. You too can open up a shawarma hookah Rainbow franchise. Get rich.
Oh, a hookah franchise. That would be nice.
Yeah, a hookah franchise with shawarma and Rainbow Ice Cream. It's the hottest and we also have we have donuts. We sell donuts in our franchise too. We've got shawarma infused donuts covered in rainbow ice cream with sprinkles on top.
Bro, Taliban.
Why would you put shawarma in a donut?
Taliban is attacking Pakistan right now. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're siding with the India. That's so weird, bro.
Yep.
They're siding with whom?
Pakistan is siding with India. They're fighting the Islamic jihadists. But they're like a breakaway. See, the thing is, the Pakistanis are doing the fighting because we're giving them the money to do it. Otherwise, they would never waste their time. It's just gang on gang warfare on the whole planet. That's all politics really is gang on gang warfare. Gang on gang! Gang on gang!
There's definitely beef, but what the fuck is the beef?
The beef it's mafia tactics, my friend. You're a nice gentleman with a FetLife obsession and a Clubhouse addiction, but you're not in a violent mafia. You don't engage in violence.
That we left behind in Afghanistan.
LOL. Isn't it funny?
LOL. Ooh.
I love triggering you and making you wet with my homosexual.
See, only reason I talk to you is because, I film it all, and it's comedy.
No, you don't.
Dude, you're not the only gay friend I have, and there's no such thing as gay, so, I mean.
Yeah, I know, that's what you say to everybody.
It actually means happy, so, if you think.
Here goes your mom. Your mom says something else.
My mom would say, "Why do you waste all that time talking to those faggots on that stupid app?"
You're a fucking loser. Get yourself a girlfriend, settle down, and have a family. Stop talking to these faggots on that app.
That's what my mom would say.
Are you gay?
I ain't gay no more. I ain't gay no more. I ain't gay no more. You know, actually, what probably the best content I could film is just having conversations with girls from Hinge or Bumble, like on my YouTube live stream. That to me would be like the best content that I could film. I mean, this is good content.
You should film like blind dates or first dates with Tinder. Like you meet up with whomever you met.
No. I don't want to do anything in the real world. I just want to sit in my office and do recorded conversations.
You want to be a congressman.
Have you even done a sample of what your average congressperson is? They are the lowest IQ, the dumbest people you could ever meet, the most criminally corrupt. I mean, I am at the top 1% of Congress. I'm not even in Congress yet.
Nice.
They need 100 of me in Congress. We need 100 Thomas Masseys. We need 100 Rand Pauls.
When is the election?
The primary is March 17th next year.
Nice.
Yep. And my campaign slogan is "Vote John. It's better than nothing."
You're retarded.
It's true, because if you vote for Darren LaHood, you're voting for literally nothing. He's borrowing, taxing, and spending on your behalf, and you have absolutely no say so. He'll take a picture with you and say, "You guys are doing a great job, but I just borrowed, a couple $100,000 on all your hard work." He took a photo with farmers. I'm like, did he tell the farmers that he borrowed hundreds of thousands of dollars against all their labor, against all their profit? I mean, if we don't have a balanced budget act in this country, we are the biggest hypocrites on the planet. We're just doing civilizational currency manipulation. That's why gold is at the highest level of human history. It's because we are the most corrupt, dishonest currency manipulators that have ever lived. The Federal Reserve and the U.S. Congress have created the biggest debt bubble ever conceived in human history. And it's going to pop, because everything that expands ultimately refracts and implodes. So if you want to collapse a thing, you expand a thing. It is a multi-pronged attempt to essentially collapse the United States government and the United States of America's way of life. Because the world does not want America being the biggest, F word in the room. It wants it to essentially become a much smaller F word in the global community. And it is a global political community. But as a patriotic American and a warrior, I have to say that George Washington would have already arrested and killed many of the traitors in this country.
Nice.
We would have had public executions by now. And Sam Altman, he definitely would have been one of them, because not only did he rape his sister, he murdered a former coworker.
Did he? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did. Sam Altman, not only he killed many, not just that one guy.
Gay man, Ryan, have you ever killed anybody? Do you know what it feels like to kill someone?
No.
Why are homosexual men, especially homosexual black men, so dangerous?
I don't know.
It's because they're high on
What makes you think they're dangerous?
Because they're very high on the sociopathic psychotic index.
They might be.
Might be. Have you ever interacted with a black homosexual? Have you ever made love to a black homosexual?
They would call themselves DL, but sure.
You have, or you have not?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have put your penis in gay black men's buttholes, and you've had...
No, I don't do
black men
like this.
put their penis in. Oh, okay. Well, then you don't know really what it means to be gay.
I take their dick anyway.
Well, you can't really know what it means to be gay because there's no such thing as gay. It's a trick statement. Gotcha again. Gotcha again.
Anyway, I didn't know. I mean, I've seen on Clubhouse all the black gay men are liars and
Thieves.
like
Homicidals.
Adams is crazy. Denied.
I've been blocking him as much as I can because he has definitely gotten a lot of my shit suspended, deleted. And it's like, the more I can block him, the better. He is most definitely one of the most aggressive reporters on this app. All right, it's now 9 o'clock. I know I said I had a hard out at 9 o'clock, so we're going to stick to it. I've been messaging a lot of beautiful babies on Hinge. One of these beauties wrote back, I'll text you if I can make it. But I'm gonna go out and have some dinner.
Yeah, would you take a look at this nigga?
How's your day been?
Dinner at 9 o'clock? Oh my god, that's why you're so fat.
What do you mean? It's fucking Saturday night, dude.
It's still 9 o'clock.
Oh, is that what I should tell this chick? Like, there's a reason why you're so fat because you're eating so late?
Yeah.
Take it out. Take it out, you booty hole, boy. Oh my gosh. See, even gay men actually end up getting married to women because...
No, we don't. I'm not.
No, I just read an article about a gay guy who married a woman. And they've been married 20 years. They've been married 20 years. It's because a man and a woman naturally live together in harmony. Gay men live in disharmony because it's literally impossible for two men to successfully live together in harmony.
Well, we'll see.
Oh my gosh. Holy shit.
There you go. Now Alex Jones is talking about it.
Talking about what?
The Charlie Kirk situation at this round.
Oh my god.
You're still talking about
This
Charlie
is the
Kirk?
worst movie I've ever seen.
Wait, I heard...
It's so fucking stupid.
Wasn't Charlie Kirk a Jew for Jesus?
No, Charlie Kirk was an evangelical cock, but he was converting to Catholicism.
Yeah, but Jews for Jesus are technically evangelical cocks. So what I'm saying is, why would one of his own kill him? And why, are you sure the text messages are real? Are you sure they're not just like fakes?
The Turning Point admitted that, and they said, if you look at their co-op, they were really trying to save face. They're like, oh, but we wanted to release them, and we just didn't feel it's our, whatever, and, but we do want every table unturned, and that's why we, bro, like, you're just so dumb, bro. Yeah, they're complicit, obviously, and they're being funded by the same group that was antagonizing Charlie Kirk, and yeah, they betrayed them, bro. Charlie Kirk got betrayed.
Betrayed? Like Corleone style?
Yeah, like the Turning Point turned against him, and he's dead, and they continued to accept money from those who killed him for going against them.
So I don't know if you saw that Trump has taken the COVID-19 mRNA booster and injection and flu shot. And they're claiming that it's a possible marketing stunt to boost a collapsing mRNA shot uptake after inking a $70 billion deal with Pfizer. Risky shot rarely taken by public associated with 320 vaccine deaths. How many? Fucking 4 million vaccine deaths in the United States. 4 million people died within 72 hours of taking the COVID-19 vaccine. Holy shit. It's a genocide. It's a genocide. Why do you think all those Palestinians in the Gaza Strip are doing so well? It's because they didn't take the COVID-19 vaccine. Oh, it's a sick, sad world. But somebody's got to eat that shawarma. And I'm the man to do the job. Because I love shawarma. Love a good falafel sandwich. Best cuisine in the world. It's so gourmet. Okay, thanks for being here. This has been the John Kitover Comedy Hour. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover running in the 16th District
We'll see you later.
to defeat Darren LaHood in Rockford, Peoria, Bloomington, Illinois. Holy shit.
Let's take the last one, okay? So if anybody read that again, Galatians? Because I don't believe God said anything in Galatians, but let's continue with this.
Okay, so these are the stories before